Hello, family. You are welcome to my channel. If today is your first time of joining us, you are so welcome. We are going to learn how to make the original Ghanaian meat pie, melt in your mouth pie. So flaky, buttery, and so delicious. You are welcome. Just stick and stay, and let's get started. Okay, so in a bowl we are adding 8 cups of all-purpose flour or soft flour, as we have in Ghana here. You sift it. We want it to be lump free. We are adding in our baking powder, some nutmeg. I am not using salt, this is sugar, and as usual all the ingredients will be in the description box, so just go click it and it will come with its measurements, so you can also make it at home. So I'm adding in some margarine. Like I said, my margarine has salt in it, so I didn't see the need to add any salt, unless of course you want more salt. I added the sugar to tone down the salt content in the margarine. So after mixing it, this is how you want it to be like. Aye boy, so soft. Oh, ubu ya nebu is not hard. I don't need my pie. This is how to get a flaky pie. So I'm adding in garlic and onion blend I had in my freezer. But if you're not coming to make it, just use 2 cloves of garlic, 1 small ginger, blend with ice cold water, and just use it. So when you do it like that, that means you're not adding in any other liquid to it. That will be the liquid you're adding to it to form a dough. But because I had this in the freezer, I'm adding in a little bit of water. You could see there was blood in there. Very chilled water. Any liquid that has to go into pie should be chilled. You can also replace the water to milk. That is if you have milk. You could use chilled milk to form the dough instead of the water. So I don't need my pie, like I said. That's why I showed everything. This video is going to be lengthy, but trust me, it's very detailed and very informative. If you really want to commercialize baking, especially pie, just stick and stay. So these are the ingredients I'm using for my filling. I only had bell peppers and onions available, and the garlic, ginger, onion, and green pepper. I'll blend it and add it to my filling. Me canned beef. So in a saucepan, I added in some vegetable oil with my canned beef. I am using canned beef. If you don't like canned beef, you can use any filling of your choice. And I blended my vegetables, like I said. You know, sometimes canned beef, at the end. So that's why I do this. If you want it to be more spicy, just increase the pepper. But I want it to be like this because this is okay for me. Into my chimu. Now I'm adding in my vegetables, and again I will rinse my blender and add the water to it to help cook the vegetables a little. But right now I'm adding in half of a seasoning cube and some all-purpose seasoning. Please, you can season it to your taste. You could see that I also didn't add any salt to my filling because all the seasonings I'm adding to it contains salt. So there was no need for me to add additional salt. I rinsed my blender and poured it into it. Don't say the water is too much. Just trust the process. Trust the process, okay? So you rinse it in and you add 1 tablespoon of corn flour or cornstarch. If you don't have any of them, just add 1 tablespoon of flour. Sift it and add it direct. Cook it for about 2 extra minutes and you are done. I do this because I don't want my filling to be dry. As you can see, it's juicy, very juicy, and the corn flour is also a binding agent. It binds them together. Emma ubu pie na filling doesn't fall out. It helps it to stick to your pie. That's why we add the flour or the corn flour. So my dough rested for about 20 minutes in my fridge. Whilst I was making my filling, my dough was in the fridge. And here I took one. The reason I'm also doing this with one hand is because you have too much pressure and really pie dough. No, else you risk the chance of developing the gluten content in your pastry, and we do not want that. Yep, a very flaky dough. So just you roll it front and back, side and side, and you put too much pressure. So this is the thickness I was going for. If you don't have the pie cutter, please don't worry. Just use if you have a cereal bowl, you could use it to also cut it. You can even use your knife. Fetch around on iron corner pie and just anything cuttable. Use it. Anyway, that's just by the way. So I used a 6-inch round pie cutter. If you don't want it to be too big, please, it's to your own preference. But the cutter I was using was a 6-inch round cutter. Yes. And I showed you the thickness I was going for. So I'm doing it again just for demonstration purpose, just to let you see it again. We don't use too much pressure. And if you are still with me till now, I'd like to use this moment to say a very big thank you for sticking and staying. Please watch till the end, because there are a lot of things I want to show you. Just watch till the end. Thanks for doing that. So this is my pie mold. If you don't have a pie mold, don't worry, don't worry. I have a whole lot of options for you. That is why I said this video is very lengthy but informative. So I'm brushing the edges of my pie dough with a little bit of water to help me in sealing it. But if you do not want to use water, you can also use egg or even milk, anything liquid to help you with the sealing of your pie dough. So here it flipped. It flipped, so but I fixed it. No need to worry, crap, because I was using one hand, obviously. So I'm showing you another method, but with this one we are not using any mold. Yeah, the inside be trapped. Yes. So you take one of the dough, add your filling. Don't forget to brush the edges with water or any liquid you have. You add your filling. Now I can't bam. Then you press the edges like this. You can also use a fork to seal it, or better still, your hand. And your pressure where you no pressure. You run a knife under it just for it to help you to pick it easily. That's why I do that. So nice. You don't need to stress yourself in making pie. In fact, you don't need too many baking ingredients to help you to make especially pie. And yes, and that brings me to tell you a story, a quick one about my baking journey. I started baking commercially from 2017. I started selling out publicly. And guys, I bought a whole lot of baking things, baking items, baking tools. I'm telling you that you don't need them. If you're a beginner, learn from me. You don't need too many, much more. Like the pie cutter, for instance, I bought round set, I bought square set, I bought triangle set, chest set. I bought different shapes that later on I realized I don't even need them because I can make them with my knife. So if you're a beginner, that's just a tip for you. Let's go on. So for emphasis sake, I tried to do this again, the method, just to show you guys that you don't. But with this, you see, we are using a round pie, but we are going to cut it to get a triangle. Okay, so that goes to tell you that you don't need all the cutters in the world. You can just use your knife and you get a good shape. And yeah, we got our own triangle from a round shape or round cutter. And I'm using my fork to seal the edges. You can as well use your hand. Yes, so that is it. And we are also going to use that same round to get a square. It's very easy and simple. Perfect. And we are going to use that same round, yes, like you can see, to get a square shape. Meaning now will depend on how you go about the sealing. You know, you should know how to manipulate your own way, but with time you get used to it. You will. So yes, that is our square shape from round. We are also going to use that same pie dough we mixed to make chips, the big chips. Okay, the big one. This one we are not frying, the big chips. So you roll your dough into a sheet form, trim the edges, divide it into two, but the thickness is solely dependent on you. The only tip I have for you is don't roll it too thick, and yes, and the longer it keeps in the oven, the more you know, a browning baby. So just like that, then you have your chips. So all our pies are lined beautifully in a baking tray or baking sheet. You crack in 1 egg. You can add milk to it actually, but if you don't have milk, just use the egg. You egg wash it or you baste it. It's also called basting. Just dab the egg on the surface of all your pies. It helps with the browning. It makes it beautiful, just like you can see. But hey, we do not egg wash our chips. No, I was just showing it to you so that you know that we didn't forget our chips. And we are going to start with our baking. We are going to bake it for approximately 45 minutes, depending on your oven, because my oven was preheated. But if you are not coming to start, please check your time. And our pies are all done. Looking so beautiful. Tell me, so what she way was sivumwa obinto? It's so nice, so delicious. You can commercialize it too. Don't sleep, don't dull. You can sell something. Anything you watch here, you can commercialize it, because me, I sell some. But this is a basic one that every baker should know, and that is our chips. When we say muna ben kama, it is very soft, crunchy and flaky. Our pies there, don't go there. Is very nice. And you could see that the flour we added to our filling, but the fillings are not falling out. So that is our binding agent right there. In all, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to this channel. If you find difficulties in anything, just comment and I'll be ready to help you. Thanks for watching.